Jimmy Swaggart was born on March 15, 1935, in Faraday, Louisiana, into a deeply religious Pentecostal family. He was the cousin of well-known musicians Jerry Lee Lewis and Mickey Gilley. Growing up in the heart of Louisiana, Jimmy was surrounded by music, both sacred and secular, but his calling was firmly rooted in Christian ministry from a very young age. As a boy, he taught himself to play piano by ear, developing a distinctive gospel style that combined Southern gospel with bluesy piano riffs. Even as a teen, he felt led to preach. He began preaching on street corners, in small churches, and anywhere people would gather, often bringing along his wife, Frances. In 1952, at age 17, Jimmy married Frances Anderson, who would be his partner in ministry throughout his life. They had one son, Donnie Swaggart, who also became a pastor and evangelist. In the 1950s and early 1960s, Jimmy worked hard to provide for his family. He often struggled financially, sometimes surviving on $30 a week while traveling from church to church in a borrowed car, holding revivals. Swaggart's music became a cornerstone of his ministry. He recorded dozens of gospel albums and became known for his energetic, heartfelt piano performances and singing. His records sold millions over his career, and he won an award from the Gospel Music Association. In 1961, Swaggart was ordained by the Assemblies of God. By the late 1960s, he was gaining attention as a revivalist preacher, but it was the 1970s when his ministry really began to expand. In 1971, Jimmy Swaggart Ministries, JSM, launched a radio program. By 1975, they started a weekly television broadcast of his crusades, sermons, and music. His style, fervent preaching, music, and calls to salvation, attracted a huge audience. By the 1980s, his show aired on more than 3,000 stations and cable systems each week, making him one of the most recognizable evangelists in the world. He preached at large crusades in America and internationally, filling stadiums and arenas, and sending Bibles around the world. He also founded the Family Worship Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a large church that became the hub of his ministry. Swaggart was known for promoting Pentecostal teachings with a strong emphasis on salvation, the Holy Spirit, and personal holiness. He also founded World Evangelism Bible College, now Jimmy Swaggart Bible College, in Baton Rouge, training pastors and missionaries to spread the gospel. His ministry funded missions work globally, supporting evangelistic outreaches, church planting, and Bible distribution. Even as television evangelism changed and his audience evolved, Jimmy Swaggart remained committed to preaching and music. In the 1990s and 2000s, he continued broadcasting from Family Worship Center through Sun Life Broadcasting Network, SBN, which grew into an international cable and satellite network airing sermons, music programs, Bible studies, and talk shows. Even in his late 80s, Swaggart was often seen at Family Worship Center services, playing piano and singing gospel songs he loved and delivering sermons with the same fire that marked his youth. He kept recording gospel albums well into his later years, delighting fans with classics and new compositions in his soulful piano style. His son Donnie and grandson Gabriel became leading voices in JSM, with Gabriel preaching and hosting programs. This made Jimmy Swaggart Ministries a three-generation family ministry. Even in his late 80s, Swaggart was often seen at Family Worship Center services, playing piano and singing gospel songs he loved and delivering sermons with the same fire that marked his youth. Jimmy Swaggart remained active in ministry until his health declined in the final period of his life. On July 1st, 2025, he went to be with Lord, leaving behind his wife Frances, son Donnie, granddaughter Jennifer, sons Matthew and Gabriel, and 9 great-grandchildren.